This episode is brought to you by Hasa. Liquid is clearly better. Liquid chlorine is the highest purity, works immediately, has no added cyanuric acid or calcium, and it will leave your pool safe, clean, and clear. And by the Bottom Feeder professional grade battery powered vacuum system. It sucks to clean pools, so cleaning pools sucks less. Get $100 off with code DVB100.
This episode is brought to you by Skimmer, the #1 pool service software in North America. With Skimmer, you can streamline your schedule, grow your revenue, and keep your customers coming back with 5-star service. Whether you're a one-person operation or an established team, Skimmer is your partner in success. Visit getskimmer.com/poolguy to try Skimmer for free for 30 days.
The Pool Guy Podcast Show. The Pool Guy Podcast Show. The Pool Guy Podcast Show.
Hi, welcome to the Pool Guy Podcast Show. In this episode, I'm going to go over some must-have tools for 2026. These are particularly for pool service pros for their truck. I'm going to go over some tools that you may want to try if you haven't yet. And these are something you can try out this year for sure, as I've used these and they're proven tools for your pool route. Are you a pool service pro looking to take your business to the next level? Join the Pool Guy coaching program. Get expert advice, business tips, exclusive content, and get direct support from me. I'm a 35-year veteran in the industry. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, I've got the tools to help you succeed. Learn more at swimmingpoollearning.com. If you haven't tried a carbon fiber pole out yet, there are 3 brands to choose from. I do have a video on YouTube where I actually compare all 3 poles together. And although I think the Skimlite and the Ultimate Pool Tools pole are great, I'm still very partial to the Primate pool pole because of a couple of reasons. One, I really like the feel and balance of it in your hand. It's a little bit fatter and thicker than the Ultimate Pool Tool pole, and I prefer this particular diameter of pole over that one, although that is a solid pole. Don't get me wrong, you can't go wrong with either of these, but the Primate still is what I prefer for that reason, and also for the fact that it has the vertical lever locks. I like this better than the horizontal ones. The horizontal ones I find take a little bit more time, even though they're very durable and great lever locks. I prefer the vertical ones of the Primate pole. They're easy for me to flip open and close them, and they're very fast to adjust, so I like that aspect of it. And the balance of the pole, of course, is great. Now you can, of course, get different sizes. I prefer the Primate 3X, a 6x16 foot. It works great in my service area. You may want to get, of course, the 2-piece pole, and the 2-piece pole is the 8x15 2X. It just depends on what you prefer in your service area. I prefer the 3-piece because then I can pretty much vacuum a pool from one side. Plus, you're not hitting everything in the backyard or hitting stuff when you carry it in because it collapses down to 6 feet. It's also great for the smaller bed that I have. I have a 5-foot long bed in my ridgeline, so this pole is actually perfect for the size of my truck. And if you haven't tried a carbon fiber pole, there are a lot of great benefits to a carbon fiber pole. They're a lot more durable and they're lighter, so it's going to be a lot easier on your back all day long. And it's the primary tool that you're holding 90% of the time for everything you're using. And why not use a lighter tool and a stronger tool if it's available to you? It's an investment, I'll grant you that, but it's a really great investment. So for 2026, if you don't have a carbon fiber pool pole, I highly recommend you look into them. Again, the 3 brands are neither of them are bad than themselves. They're all pretty good brands of poles, but I gravitate towards the Primate Pool Tool carbon fiber pole as my primary carbon fiber pole. If you don't have a vacuum system yet, this is the year to get one. Now there are 4 primary ones to choose from. One of them is a little bit off the radar, the Power Vac. They stopped manufacturing them for a while. They remanufactured them, and I think they're out of stock at the moment. That one's kind of like a dark horse vacuum system because it's not really available all the time. They redesigned it. It looks great. But I prefer, if you're using a portable vacuum cleaner without the cart, to go with the bottom feeder or shrimp, and I'll touch on that in a minute. You also have the Riptide, which is the most durable and powerfulest of the vacuum system, with a really robust cart and great customer service at Riptide. You're not going to get better customer service from any of these companies except Riptide is like number one. And as far as Hammerhead, they've been around for a very long time, just about as long as the Power Vac. You can get those at your distributor. They're in distribution. They're not a bad machine. They're very maneuverable. And the cart is just a basic transport cart. Nothing wrong with that. It works great as well. So the Hammerhead, the Riptide are the cart vacuum systems that I would recommend. There's only really 2 of them now on the market. You just have to kind of compare both of those to see which one is best for you. And then as far as a vacuum system without the cart, I really don't like the Riptide XP for that reason. It's really heavy, and it's not, in my opinion, designed to work without the cart. It works best with the SL cart. So the Riptide would definitely just be a cart vacuum, in my opinion. Your opinion may differ. You may want to invest in that. I would say that the Power Vac is kind of in short supply. And then the Remora, the one that you wear on your waist, really is not as good as the bottom feeder or shrimp cleaner. And now with the cartridge filter assembly kit for the bottom feeder and shrimp, this really takes this vacuum system to almost the realm of a unique system where you can vacuum up leaf debris. It's cordless, so you just drop it in and there's no need to get it set up. Or you can vacuum dirt now with the cartridge filter on top down to 20 microns. Basically, it's like pushing the vacuum system on the bottom with a cartridge filter on top. There's really nothing more complex than that. And the cartridge filter will pick up dirt just as well as the cartridge filter at the equipment pad. So that's a great addition to the bottom feeder and shrimp cleaner. Both of these work with the cartridge filter assembly, and it's something that makes this the go-to vacuum system in my opinion, because not only do you get leaf debris, not only is it cordless and portable, but now you can pick up dirt with it as well. So it covers all the categories you really need in a vacuum system: leaf pickup, dirt pickup, and portable. For the heavier areas, we have a lot of leaf debris all the time. A cart vacuum system like the Hammerhead and Riptide wouldn't be a bad idea either, because those are, of course, more powerful, and you have the ability to bring it back there with the cart. It just depends on your needs and your usage, but with the cartridge filter assembly, I think the bottom feeder and shrimp have definitely moved into first place when you're looking at vacuum systems. And they always have discounts. I have a discount code you can use all the time. It's DVB100 to save 100 on the bottom feeder or shrimp. And then with the cartridge filter assembly, they do sell a complete kit with a pretty good discount right now for that as well. When you put it in the cart, you'll see the discount appear there. So if you don't have a vacuum system, definitely pick up a vacuum system in 2026. This one here, I had a hard time really with my recommendation, because I do like both of these leaf rakes almost equally. I like the Purity Pool Red Baron, but I also like the Smart Company Piranha 2 leaf rake, and that is the model number PA2-533, because this one is the quick flip bag. And if you get the Red Baron, you would want to use the rag bag. I like the quick flip and rag bag because it's a little thinner material, and it's really easy to flip out the debris and dump them, much easier than the standard leaf rake. And I think the Piranha 2 for 2026 kind of edges out the Red Baron this year. I kind of go back and forth with these two, but the Piranha 2, I just really like the lip of this thing, and I like just the balance of this leaf rake. They're relatively the same size, but I think the Smart Company Piranha 2 leaf rake is a little better. It's a little bit lighter. I like the aluminum handle it comes with, and I really like the lip on this one a little bit better than the Red Baron. Don't get me wrong, the Red Baron is a great leaf rake. They really are almost comparable to each other. But if you haven't tried the Piranha 2 leaf rake, I definitely would recommend getting it. Again, this is the quick flip bag one. It's a white leaf rake, or a white bag, I should say. And the part number for Pool Corp is SMR-40-4121 if you shop at Pool 360 or any Pool Corp location. And the manufacturer part number is PA2-533. check this leaf rake out. I think you should pick it up and give it a spin, and I think you're going to like the Piranha 2 leaf rake. As far as test kits, I'm always torn of which one I should recommend to the pool pros out there. So for 2026, I really still think the Lamotte Color Q 2X Pro 9 is the best photometer you can get for the amount of money that you can spend on it. It's a budget photometer in my opinion because it's not super expensive, and it does a lot of test factors, and it also does copper and iron, which I think are very necessary now with a lot of metals getting into pool water. Having the ability to use a photometer to test for copper and iron is what makes the Color Q 2X Pro 9, I think, superior to the 2X Pro 7, which does 7 test factors, but not copper and iron. I would recommend the Lamotte Spin Touch, but that's a $1,000 test kit, and to me, that has a niche market. For the broader segment, the regular pool pro out there who wants to get an accurate reading at a commercial account or maybe startups, the 2X Pro 9 is ideal because of the extra reagents or extra tablets, I should say, for copper and iron. And it's not something that's going to take you a super long time to do the test factors either. So it's definitely usable. I wouldn't say you would want to use it at every stop every week, but it's definitely something you want to use, for a once a month reading of the pools on your route, for startups when you really want accurate readings, or for commercial pools. For the amount of money you spend on the Color Q 2X Pro 9, you're getting a really great photometer for your money. So you're getting really a lot of bang for your buck versus the Spin Touch, which I think is a great photometer. It's just not something for every pool pro out there. And the Pool Guy Podcast Show has teamed up with UPA to bring you affordable, reliable liability insurance starting at just $64 a month. Get up to $2 million in coverage, and the members of my coaching group get an even lower rate. Protect your business and your peace of mind. Sign up with UPA today by clicking the link in the podcast description. This next product I always recommend, and in 2026 I have no problem recommending it as well. And this is the multi-torque socket set for filter cleaning. I think these are really one of the premier cleaning tools you can use when you do filter cleaning to save you time and energy and scrape knuckles. It's definitely something that you would want to invest in. He has the multi-torque socket for just about every common filter that you would do in pool service. You have, of course, your MT100 socket, which is a 9/16 for the Pentair Clean and Clear Plus, F&S Plus filters, some of the older Hayward filters, and then you flip it upside down, inside out, or reverse, I should say, and it has a 7/8 socket on the other side for the Jandy filters. It also has a set with 3 of the most popular multi-torques in it. It's the MT301 set. It has, of course, the one I just mentioned. You also have the MTJ770 for the Stay Right System 3 filters. And you have the MT50, which is for the old Pentair 2000 and for the newer 4000 series knobs, those black knobs. So this will save you a lot of time out there. Don't discount these tools. That you just need a good cordless drill. I like the Rigid brand from Home Depot. You just want to get a cordless drill with a lot of torque. That way you can get these on and off quickly without any problems. You can go to his website, multi-torque.com, and see all the different tools he has there as well. And I highly recommend these if you haven't picked them up for 2026 to get the multi-torque socket set for your filter cleaning. These last recommendations aren't really pool manufacturer tools, but for 2026, I really think you should protect your hands out there. If you don't wear these gloves now, you should get them. I think these nitrile gloves are the best thing you can invest in. They protect your hands from chemicals, from getting cut up out there, getting scratched, and there's different ones on Amazon. I like the G&F product, 6 pair of the large nitrile coated gloves, and if you go to my website, swimmingpoollearning.com, you scroll down to the very bottom, there's a Pool Guy gear page. There'll be a direct link to Amazon for these gloves. These nitrile gloves are great. You're going to, again, protect your hands from the chemicals, from getting scratched. And you're going to love wearing these gloves out there. They dry pretty fast. They're fine when they're wet. They don't feel too uncomfortable. And you're going to want to wear these all the time, in my opinion. So protect your hands in 2026 with these nitrile gloves. And then in cold weather, I really recommend the Atlas 772 nitrile coated gloves that are 26 inches long. They're these the yellow gloves you see me wearing in some of the videos sometimes when I'm filming in really cold weather. They're great for those cold mornings. I believe they're made for like butchers to use them in like the meat lockers. They work great out on the pool route. I like the large size. That way I can wear another pair of maybe cloth gloves underneath to keep my hands warm. And then what I do with these is in between stops, I'll take them off and put them on my truck dashboard where the heater's hitting in, and the heater heats them up really good. So when I get to my next stop, they're nice and warm when I put them on. And they're 26 inches long, so you can actually reach into a skimmer basket, get it out. Your pool in really cold weather is freezing to the touch. The water is freezing. So this makes it very endurable in the cold weather to wear these gloves. And here we have some pretty cold mornings sometimes. And so the Atlas 772 nitrile coated gloves are really great. Again, the Pool Guy gear, if you go down to the bottom of the page, has the links to Amazon for these things. Definitely recommend picking those up for 2026 and to protect your hands out there with all the other tools I recommended. I think you're going to have a great start to the year. And look into these things. These are things that I use all the time, and they'll make your day a lot easier out there. Looking for other podcasts? You can find those on my website, swimmingpoollearning.com. Just click on the podcast icon. That'll take you to a drop-down menu where I have over 1,800 podcasts for you. And if you're interested in the coaching program, you can learn more at poolguycoaching.com. Thanks for listening to this podcast. Have a great rest of your week. God bless. This episode is brought to you by Hasa, providing products that deliver clean, healthy water for every aspect of everyday life. The bottom feeder battery-powered vacuum system, portable, powerful, and only weighs 12 pounds. And Skimmer. Get Skimmer, America's #1 pool service software. Podcast listeners can try Skimmer for free at getskimmer.com/poolguy.